Long time no see, everyone. It's your old mate Jakargon, back at it again. Jakargon, you may say, what's up? And I'll say to you that this is a 2023 January wrap-up. As always, if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Comments are also very, very much appreciated. So I've been thinking of a way of trying to consolidate pickup videos and what I've been up to videos. And I noticed that other YouTuber Owen Hyatt, who you may already know, link down in the description if you do not, does these occasional wrap-up videos of things they've picked up and things that they're into. And I figured, hey, that's actually a pretty sweet idea. I'd like to do that, as it also would be a cool way of documenting what I've actually been doing, because I like to look back at some of these and say, oh yeah, I completely forgot that I did that or picked up this thing. So I reckon it'd be a fun idea. So let's give it a shot. So there'll be a few sections. There'll be clothing pickups, as well as what I've been listening to, what I've been watching, and also what I've been playing, since I sometimes play video games. I used to play them a lot more though. Now, just so you're aware, there are going to be a few more clothing pickups than usual in this one, because I haven't done one of those videos in a while. But I also think it'll be great to see how much I am actually purchasing, so in future can reference or see whether that's actually getting any lower or not. But yeah, just so you're aware. So let's get into it, shall we? First off, we have this lovely Vivienne Westwood necklace that I picked up from Japan. Authenticity is questionable. I don't actually know how to tell what a real Vivienne Westwood thing is from a false Vivienne Westwood thing. Apparently in Japan, they have an absolute plethora of grey market Vivienne Westwood things, and that's why a lot of it's so cheap. That's where I've gotten past necklaces, and I think they feel really nice. They don't taint my skin, they look really neat. I just don't know how to legit check them. But this is a cute one here with the heart and the little satin ring around it, and I really like it. It actually sits at the perfect length down my chest, where I have a couple of open collared shirts, not this one, where it just sits perfectly in the middle, and it's chef's kiss. Love it. Moving on from that, in terms of shoes, we have the Yohji Yamamoto regulation monkey boots, or I think they're now called biker boots. And I did get a pair of these earlier, I guess like a month or two before, but they were far, far too big. So I bit the bullet, spent a little bit more money, and did get a pair that actually does fit me quite well. I did, however, have to put in a heel guard in there, because these are just huge shoes. They don't look big, but they are big. So yeah, a lovely leather upper. You've got a side zip here. I actually do have a video coming out soon comparing these ones to the other ones I had previously, which are a 2012 version, and you know, the similarities and differences, but overall the silhouette is the same. These ones, the previous owner did put some Vibram soles on them, so they do have that chunky look, and it makes them a lot more unique. I haven't seen another pair that looks like this. Overall, I really, really do like these boots and have been wearing them a lot, so much so that I've had to actually be more aware of putting on the combat boots, because I've been leaning more towards these ones because they do feel overall like a sturdier shoe. But really, really love these monkey boots, and if you're interested to hear more about them, keep an eye out for the upcoming video where we do a deep dive on them. All right, so let's move on to pants. So I've been actually doing pretty well on the Instagram, bringing items over from Japan and then selling them on to people as a little kind of shop, giving people good deals. And I've noticed that pants have been very popular, but on the occasion, I do find a pair that I end up deciding to keep, and these ones are one of them. These are a pair of mainline put-on wool trousers. Now, for those playing at home, hey, Jakargon, why would you get a pair of wool trousers? Wool is terrible for you. You are allergic to it. And to that I say, well, my friend, they're lined. So I did get them. They're a lovely wide cut, and the lining means I don't have to put up with any like weird feelings of wool. So I really, really like these. It's been weird. We're in the middle of summer here. It's early February in Melbourne, and it's been like 15 degrees Celsius. So I actually have worn these a couple of times this week, and they just are lovely. Easy pants with the draw cord and elasticated waistband, so they're just really, really comfortable to put on and take off, and very, very big fan of these indeed. All right, so the next pair of pants, I actually did make a video on them already, but these are a grail piece of mine. They're a pair of Yohji Yamamoto Black Scandal Karasu pants. So Karasu pants are like a wide type of pant, but they do have an elasticated hem. But the thing that separates them from regular pants is that there's an extra piece of fabric on the back that comes out like this. So when you're walking, it sort of streams behind you and has a really, really great flow. They are so nice and look so well in motion. These are in a tencel type fabric, so they're quite nice for the warmer weather. I have also learned that they're a bit difficult to take care of. I need to be very, very wary with where I'm sitting and how I'm sitting, because it does lead to marks. As you can see here, this is from my chair, but I know that I can get that dry cleaned out. It's just ridiculous to me that you cannot sit down in a pair of pants. Pants, they should be for sitting. Well, you should be able to sit in a pair of pants. Anyway, I won't get into that, but if you want to learn more about these pants, I did make a video on them as well, so be sure to check that out. And it may sound like I hate them, but I don't. I actually really, really like them and do want to keep wearing them more. I think I just need to become a bit more okay with clothes getting damaged or getting worn, and understanding that that is just my journey with them and how it's just gonna be. Little darling. We'll be riding on them horses. Yeah. All right, onto some more accessories. We have this Yohji Yamamoto Noir. Where is the Yohji Yamamoto plus Noir leather bag? Now, I've been interested in a leather bag for a while and did see this one for sale at a great price and picked it up. I'm not 100% on it, and I can tell you that it's mainly because the strap is quite short. It does sit quite high when I'm wearing it. Off to the shops. So on the top part here though, there are clips. So theoretically, I could get a strap for this bag and have it hang. And I think that's what I'm going to do, because it'll be nicer to be able to wear it or adjust the height and length of it. And then you've got these as an option, but it's a really lovely bag. It's all leather. There's also these bottom parts here, which I don't know if are you supposed to clip it into itself like that? Is this a type of I haven't actually done this. Is it a type of option? I don't really understand bags, but maybe it just makes it look smaller. I don't know. Overall, it's a really nice bag though. My first leather bag, and if it just doesn't work out, I can try and sell it on, but I do want to try and make work because I'm really, really stoked with it. It's got all the bells and whistles. We've got double inner pockets on one side, a zip up inner pocket on the other, and also a zip pocket on one side of the bag too. So overall, really, really cool. Just need to figure it out, and hopefully we're able to do that. Okay, next up we have a pair of sunglasses. Now, these are Yohji Yamamoto Black Scandal, as you can see on the inside here. And they kind of look like a pair of Ray-Bans. Came with their own case and cleaning cloth. And these are the glasses themselves. They have a really great weight to them. Sort of like tinted green lenses, and you can kind of see on the inside here, we have markings and writing America, Black Scandal. Handmade in Japan though. I'm not sure what the America part means, but it also says Lloyd, which perhaps is the maker of the glasses, but here they are on face. I'm so stoked with these. In my closet logging app, I've been wearing these almost every day to get a thing being like, you've worn these 25 times in a month. So they are getting their use. These do retail for what I think is a bit of a ridiculous amount of money, which is like 550 USD. I did not pay that. I'm just not sure when it comes to accessories. I'm not that kind of person yet, but I'm really, really happy with these. And yeah, it's just the weight and construction. It's hard to show you when you can't hold them, but they definitely do not feel like a cheap pair of glasses. Does weight make the difference? I don't know. I should take my glasses off when I speak to you, but yeah. Really, really like these and can't wait to wear them more and more. All right, on to tops, the final section of clothing. I've been looking at just like getting graphic tees, and I've been eyeing off this Undercover one for ages in a size 5. A size 5 is very rare to come by, at least on my travels on the marketplaces. So was happy to pick this one up, and yeah, it's got the Undercover Records motif on the front and the back. And I really, really like it. It's just a basic t-shirt with a print on it. So I'm glad I didn't spend too much money on it. But I don't know, I like the little waveform on the front, and it fits me quite well because it is a large size. Undercover, a size 3, I think they like to say is large, but I would not say that in terms of Western sizing. I would say a size 4 is closer to a large. So a size 5, I guess would be maybe like an XL. So it does fit quite big, but I do like it. I have been wearing it, just a nice casual top to put on, graphic tee, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now the next t-shirt I got is this one from Doublet that I can't actually fold up because the front is a Polaroid, or at least it looks like a Polaroid. It says surprise on it here, and this may look blank. In fact, it's actually quite damaged from it being folded on the way here, unfortunately. But on the back as well, we have some text that reads, says, warning, no flash photography, do not ever take flash photographs, never use flash, okay? So of course you think, hey, I'm gonna use flash. And what happens when you take flash with this? It reveals a surprise. Really cool t-shirt. It's very, very basic. It feels a little bit heavier than a regular t-shirt. Perhaps that is because of the Polaroid thing on the front, but the little reveal is really, really cool, and I found it at a really, really decent price. Apparently they retailed for hundreds, which designer clothes, sure, I guess t-shirts, but really nice t-shirt to have. I haven't worn it out yet. It's one of those ones where like, it has been folded a bit, so the Polaroid thing is looking a bit damaged. And I just stress that I'm gonna wear it out and somehow do something to it. Maybe I'll collide with someone by accident and ruin it further. But again, as I said earlier, I need to become more and more comfortable with just wearing my clothes and letting them take whatever shape or form that may be through wear and tear. It's just how it should be. I can't just leave it in the wardrobe all the time. That's no fun. So yeah. Let's try it on. Outside the house. I'll do it this week, I promise. Okay, from t-shirts to shirts, we have this one. It is a Yohji GroundY, no collar. I guess you could say it's a stand collar, I'm not sure. But this is a front left twist long shirt. Really long name for this one. But the detailing is that at the front here, look how high I can get this. The front here has a twist in it at the hem. So when you're wearing it, this part kind of stands out, and it's just a hole. There's also side slits to reach your pockets easily, but this kind of looks interesting when you're wearing it. It's one of those things that you kind of double take and say, oh, that's unusual. You might not notice it off the cuff though, but I like that about it. And I initially had gotten this one to sell, but tried it on and was like, oh, I kind of like this, and I don't really have any other options for like stand collar or no collar tops, so have kept it and really, really like it. A nice light material as well. I think this is rayon. It's Tencel. Rayon Tencel, I swear, one day I'll be able to understand it. But yeah, it's Tencel. I really, really like it, and I hope to keep it. It's an interesting top, and I'm really, really glad I've kept it and can't wait to wear it more and more. Final item of clothing in the pickups. So it's not just January, it was, I guess, also, you know, a bit of November and December in there as well, but just putting it all into one video here. We have this Yohji Yamamoto Black Scandal Femme staff shirt. This is from Spring Summer 2019. Actually, I'm not sure this one specifically, but it does follow the motif of the staff shirt of that year. And it's got a couple of really interesting details. The collar itself, you can remove this. So if you want it to be a stand collar, it can be so. So you can sort of see here that it's come off. I'm not going to remove it, but it does come off should you want it to be. And then the really, really cool detail, in my opinion, on the back is that this is all painted on by hand. So the cool thing is that each top says the same thing in the same order. However, because they've been painted by hand, there's little differences and nuances to the way it's being done. So this one is very much my one, or the only one that looks in this way. And if you do look at it up close, it does have the textures and such of paint. And you do have like some marks like this just up here, where there's just extra paint. It's a really, really cool top. I really like it. I've only worn it out once. You can see that photo on my Instagram of me wearing it. But I look forward to wearing it more. And I will do a video on it too, so we can look at it a bit more in depth. But really glad I found this at a really, really good price. These also retail for a ridiculous amount of money as well. And I'm happy to have one in my collection. I've been looking at other staff shirts, but besides the put on one, the Femme one, the other staff shirts, I don't know. Not quite there. Maybe I'll do a video about Yohji staff shirts, so we could look at them in a bit more detail. But yeah, really happy with this one. All right, so with the clothing section done, let's talk a little bit about TV shows that I've been watching. If you don't want to keep watching, thanks so much for your time. You can skip to the end if you want, or do whatever you want. I'm not your dad. So let's talk TV. I'm not really a big TV person. If anything, I watch anime to try and like help with my Japanese, which I know is not a good idea. I should be watching dramas, but I do just like to, you know, keep my listening up and just recognizing words and phrases here and there. So it's been interesting that in January, I found myself checking out a few things that I wouldn't have expected to. So growing up, I really, really liked that 70s show. One of my comfort shows, up there with The Simpsons. And this month, surprise drop, that 90s show came out. I was immediately like, this is just, why would they do this? What's the point? But then good reviews were coming out for it, and people talking about having like a lot of fan service and it taking place in the same place that the first original series happened. I was like, okay, I'll check it out. Watched it all in like 2 days. I really enjoyed it. Somehow they've managed to capture the feeling of a sitcom from the 90s, early 2000s. I don't remember exactly when it started, but they've managed to like get that essence and do it now, which I think is really, really cool. Like watching it, there's a laugh track, which I haven't seen in a show in so long, but it's all there, like the timing, the way everything's framed and shot, the use of the original sets, or at least recreations of them. It's wild. I really, really like that show, and tying in threads and having people come back and not speaking about the unspeakable person that we shouldn't talk about from the original series. You never hear from them. They're not even referred to, which is great. It's a good show. It's wholesome. You can watch it pretty quickly. There's not a lot of episodes, and I wonder if they're going to come back with more. It does leave a lot open-ended, and I think that the idea that the main character, Leia, Eric and Donna's daughter, is just hanging out for the summer means that it didn't need to be longer than expected. Like, summer happens, and then she goes back to, I think it's like Chicago or something, and that's the show. So we'll see if any more comes of this. The actors are so well cast. Major shout out to whoever's cast as Kelso's son. I've already forgotten his name. But he's perfect and is just, I don't know. They basically just got Ashton Kutcher from many, many years ago. Now, it's awesome. Yeah, it's a good show. I wouldn't recommend it if you didn't enjoy the original That 70s Show. I've spoken to a few friends and asked them, and they were like, I didn't really like the original series, so this one's not really going to have anything for you because it's just the same thing, but now, if that makes sense. I don't think it's going to turn anyone into a believer if they didn't already believe it. But yeah, cool show. Also, throughout going to a bunch of Christmas parties towards the end of last year, A lot of people were talking about Wednesday, gassing it up. It was literally everywhere. You couldn't miss it. I didn't really care. Like when a show really blows up and does get into that mainstream zeitgeist, I tend to just I'll watch it when I watch it. I have to confess I haven't seen things like Breaking Bad or Game of Thrones. Because of similar things, it sort of puts me off. I don't know why. Perhaps I'm just a really big hipster deep down within. And I should note that since I did move house, I moved from a house where there was not a television into a house where there is a television in the living room. So I'm finding myself more drawn to actually watch things, as I don't really like watching things on my computer. I know it's crazy for some people, but I like work and I sometimes play games at my computer, and I don't like having everything in the computer space. So yeah, I guess that's why I've been watching more things, which is good in a way. So I found myself with some time, was like, look, I'm gonna have some dinner. Let's put on Wednesday. Let's see how it is. And I'm 2 episodes in. I'm not the biggest fan of the show, but I can see why everyone likes it. I don't really like Wednesday's character. She's kind of awful to everybody. That's the point, I suppose. Hopefully she gets a heart at some stage. I don't know what it's supposed to do with that, but I do like the setting. I do like the school. I like the other characters, and the way that the first episode introduces a bunch of mystery things at the end. You're like, cool. For the most part of that episode, I was like, yeah, cool. I'm not going to watch this anymore. But at the end, they're like, and this, and this, and this, all within the last 2 minutes. And that had me hooked. It was great to see that. And in the second episode, maybe I've seen 3 episodes. They had a boat race. I'm not sure if that's episode 2 or 3, but it's fun. And I will slowly keep watching it. Everyone's already seen it. I'm just taking my time. And it's been because I've been really enjoying watching episodic things week by week. And that is a masterful segue into The Last of Us. Now, being one of those gamers that really, really frothed The Last of Us, what is it, 11 years ago now? A very long time ago. It's been interesting that this has now become a TV series. I think a lot of people expected it to be a movie, but watching it play out, episode 3 is the most recent one. I think tomorrow episode 4 comes out. That shows you exactly when I'm filming this video. But I'm enjoying it so far. It's doing really well at taking the game and fleshing out the world further than what the game could have, showing perspectives from different characters, things that are happening in different countries. It's really great to find out more about the virus and how it spread, how it got everywhere. And so far it's culminated in episode 3, the Bill and Frank episode, which I won't spoil too much, but everyone's lauding it as one of the best episodes of television in recent memory. I thought it was really strong and powerful. I was mainly confused a lot of the time why it's this didn't happen in the video game. Why would they change it? And it's it's because it doesn't have to be the same. And it's awesome. It's a really great episode of television. No spoilers, definitely watch the show. They're doing really well. With this change though, I'm curious to see what else is going to change. There's many more characters that we haven't seen yet. So I want to know whether they're going to be shown as they were in the game or we're going to get different things. And another thing I really like about the show is at the start of a couple of episodes, there's little vignettes, maybe? Things that are not necessarily the main characters hanging out, stuff that's happening elsewhere, be it in the past or present time. And I like that. I like seeing more of the world that is not the Joel and Ellie focus, because there's so much. There's just so much you can do. So I wonder whether that's going to be a thing that we're going to see a lot more of down the track. And yeah, they're doing so well with this show, and I can't wait to see the rest of the episodes. I forget how many more we have left. 6? Maybe 9? I'm not sure, but I'm in. And I really like that it's coming out weekly. Watch it on Monday night after K-pop stream on twitch.tv/Chicagoan, and then just mull over it for the next few days, chat with people about it. And it's funny that TV seems to be taking this cycle all the way around back to it comes out every week. And I don't know, binging stuff can be fun, especially if it's not a serious show, something light and easy. That 90s show, because there's not a lot that you're going to really discuss. I can't believe that Kelso did something silly. You can't really... I mean, maybe you could, but I do like having an episode of something that I watch each Monday, and it's like a routine, and I look forward to it. So I'm enjoying that, and I hope to do more of that this year. Okay, movies watched. Not a lot. Funnily enough, since I do work one of my jobs in a cinema, I don't actually see a lot of movies, but I'll just run through the ones that I did watch in, end of December through January. I watched Puss in Boots. Awesome movie. I actually watched it again today, and I really like the animation. I really like the action scenes. I really like some scenes out of it. It didn't really hit me as hard the second time around. I'm just a heartless person. I'm sorry. But that first time, that movie has no business being as good as it does. And I really, really highly recommend that everyone see it if they haven't, because you're going to have a very, very good time. If at the very least, the animation is just fantastic, and this post-Spider-Verse world where we're seeing things that are not just Pixar doing Pixar things has me so excited for anime movies in future. Check it out. Our favorite fearless hero, Puss in Boots. 2, The Last Wish. I also saw Up again, but the last time I saw it, I guess, was when it came out, and geez, that first section is still really tough. I feel like it's only going to get tougher to watch as I get older and as I get closer and have relationships. It's full on. But yeah, overall the movie is lovely. It's really funny, and I do like Kevin a lot. And we need to talk about Kevin more. There needs to be more like Kevin conversations. Great movie if you haven't seen it. And there's not, I don't know what else to really say about it. It's very silly, but in a good way, where you're not like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. You're like, yeah, okay, I can deal with it. It's funny. It's silly. Like it's heartwarming. And yeah, I really do rate it. Up, great movie. Okay, gaming. So it's been interesting that through the pandemic, I basically just played a lot of Apex. Apex is my main game that I play. I used to stream it a lot. And then more recently, I didn't play it for like 3 months. I think just for the most recent season 15, is where I picked it up again. Or maybe I was like halfway through season 15? Something. I only just started playing it again recently, a few weeks ago, with my friend Darcy. We run it up in ranked, we get to platinum every split, and then we don't get any further because that's as good as we are, and we're only 2 people. Maybe we need a third. Do you want to be our third? But yeah, that's what I've been playing. I've been playing Apex. I love it. I love it so much, and it's such a broken game. There's so many things that just don't work. It crashes randomly. There's just weird server issues, but if they can iron this out, it can be a fantastic game. Split 1 finals are at the moment, and I'm not sure if you're into esports. This is like the only thing I've ever been into esports-wise, and so it's been fun seeing it and getting to know teams from around the world, and it's pretty dull, but I do root for TSM. But other teams I really do like NRG, and also like Moist, Fnatic. There's just a lot of cool teams, and I love seeing the split finals played LAN, where all the teams from the different regions come together, because they have different metas and play styles, and seeing everybody try to figure each other out, it's really cool. It excites me a lot, and it's been fun following this journey. I hope Apex does continue. I hope that they fix the game so it functions and plays well. Please. I don't think anyone from EA is watching, but yeah, that's my wish. All right, so last section, let's talk about music I've been listening to. So I've always generally leaned towards like K-pop or reggaeton. It's just how my palette has been for the past few years, along with like a lot of drum and bass. And this month has been no different. I've been listening to the album Colores by J Balvin. An amazing album to just put on, and every song sort of just flows well into each other, and cannot get enough of it. I love that album. Every single song on it also has a music video, should you be into music videos, and it's lovely to see how they tie the themes of the colors into each video, and it's a really, really good time. Love that album. Also a local musician here called Harvest, who I'm very dear enough to call, I'd say we're friends, Harvest, if you watch this. I think you're cool. You've said nice things to me too. But Harvest put out a song called Bugs, and that's been on repeat. Really, really cool song, and the production in it is off the charts, and really, really good with a pair of headphones, or if I guess you got like studio monitors, because there's a lot going on, and I'm very excited to see what Harvest does in future. I feel like I'm just shouting out a friend because they're my friend, but I legitimately really rate this song, and also the past EP too. Really, really good times. I do want to see Bugs be played live. I did see it already, but I didn't know the song, so hopefully there's some more shows coming up, because really, really good song. I highly recommend it. I don't think there's a music video, but there's probably a YouTube link somewhere. You can check it out. And finally, K-pop wise, NewJeans. Jesus Christ, I have been listening to so much NewJeans. Ditto and Oh My God are one of the most like impressive set releases of 2 songs I think I've ever heard. I've not been listening to K-pop for a long time. I think it all started for me at the beginning of the pandemic, so like 2020, seriously getting into it. But these 2 songs are just wild, and I really like them. They sound very different. The girls themselves seem to be having a really good time. The choreos are really, really fun and interactive. You see them interplaying with each other a lot. And 2 of them are Australian. One's from Sydney and one's from Melbourne. But if you haven't checked them out, NewJeans, Ditto, and Oh My God, I would start off with OMG first. Just good songs, really good instrumentals too. Just rent-free. And from there, you've got like Hype Boy. They've just got so many songs, and not even that many songs. I don't know how they would play a live show. I don't think they have more than 10 songs. I don't know, but I look forward to whatever they do next. They seem to be at the forefront of whatever this wave of K-pop is supposed to be, and I'm very, very much looking forward to it. All right, so thank you so much for watching this video. This has been my January 2023 wrap up. I look forward to doing more of these each month. Let me know what you think. What were you listening to? What were you wearing? What were you watching? What were you playing? It's actually been cool to try. I don't know. It's like a diary, like a vlog type thing. It's been a lot of fun doing this, and I hope you've, I don't know, got some new things to check out, and I look forward to sharing things with y'all in future. Y'all take care, have fun, be safe, and as always, don't do anything I do except listen to NewJeans, watch The Last of Us, listen to Harvest, and go see movies. Feels like cinemas are just getting so quiet, and it's sad to see, because it's such like a, I don't know, it's a really nice thing to go do. This is not sponsored, by the way. I'm not being like paid. I wish I was getting paid to do it. But yeah, go see a movie. All right, until next time. Bye-bye.